What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, RC Hobbies SOS. Today I'm going to be having a look at this, which is my Team Associated MGT. At the moment it's the standard 4.6 and I really would like to convert it to 5.9 with this Force R36. This is the actual Force R36 rather than the F 5.9 that comes out of the Savage XL. That particular engine I had in my XL before I put the LRP in, and I sent that engine over to my very good friend JP, JP's RC Canada, Gearhead 360 on TikTok, and he has already converted his MGT to the 5.9, and he also did a conversion, so instead of out back exhaust it was a side exhaust, and he sourced this part here. I'm sorry, this is back to front. I might be able to change it over, but anyway, the part number is 25405. It's a side exhaust manifold which converts this from being rear exhaust into side exhaust. So let's take the body off of this beautiful truck. I'll show you a little bit around it, and then we'll start to have a look and see what we're going to need to do. So guys, here is the truck herself. Now this particular truck I had shipped from Denmark from a friend of mine. It had a few problems when I got it, not major ones. It has like a clip system on the back. It uses normal R clips on the front, but on the back it's like a clipless system, which you can also have on the front as well, because these body posts, body mounts, they spin round, and you can either have the single nub or the double for the more standard R clips, or the single for the clip, which I just showed you at the back. So when I got this, the carb was leaking. I did a bit of a repair on the carb, but it's not the best repair. I converted this here to make it easier to start with a drill. It had another homemade system on it, which really wasn't any good, so I changed that up. So the idea here is to remove this engine and mount the 5.9. So I've undone this link here. Now the return spring, I don't know if you can see here, it goes from the end of the carb, and then it's screwed onto the main body of the carb there. So I'm going to have to put a normal type return spring on there. This is just like a ball, so that will go onto the carb that's already on the 5.9. So what I'll do now is I'll unbolt this engine. I have been told that the 5.9 is a bit too big for these mounts on this standard truck, and I may need to file that, but we'll take this engine out, and we'll have a look. So this engine, this 4.6 engine, I actually haven't got that much against it. It's a very good engine, I think. I mean, this is a big truck, this MGT. It's a big heavy truck, and you know, to be fair, this 4.6 engine that's already on here does do quite a good job of powering such a big truck. However, it actually, in my opinion, could do with some more power. So I think the 5.9 would be a good match for this truck. So that's what we'll do. I'm just undoing the exhaust hanger, because I think that's what's holding this back. That grub screw's coming right out, don't want to lose that. There we go. And there we go. There's the exhaust off and the engine. The engine and the exhaust. So now I'll put all this down here. Oh, nearly. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, guys, but if I put the Force engine in here, on this side of the mount, it's a perfect fit, the holes line up and everything. On this side, if you look just here, it's just ever so slightly tight. Now, as I was told, I could force this in and it would sit there and I could do it up and it would be secure. However, it would be putting a lot of pressure on the bottom of the crankcase. So I'm going to file the mount, just file a little bit from here so we can sit the engine on there a little bit easier. There's not a lot of meat there, so I'll have to look carefully about where I'm going to actually do that, because I don't want to damage it. But that's the plan. So with this mount, very slightly, like 3 mil on each side, on the inside of the mount, there's a little lip. So not where you secure it, but just about 2 or 3 mil down on each side of this mount, there's a little lip, and that's actually where it's binding with the bottom of the engine. So I'm just trying to take the nearest amount of material off on both sides, and I think then it'll sit nice and snug. There is, as I said, I could force this in and do it up, but you know, what's the point in putting excess pressure on it? If I can just do this. I know Jay did the same thing. I've had the benefit of him doing this build already and passing on his knowledge to me and his experience of doing it. So I'm very lucky in that aspect. Okay, that's better, but it's still not quite perfect. So I'm going to keep going a little bit. I think this is going to be a real beast when I get this engine in it and tuned up. And I'm really excited to get this exhaust from a rear exhaust to a side exhaust. And if it works out well, I'll probably get a different exhaust for it, because I don't like the exhaust where you push the return straight into the top of the exhaust, or so you haven't got a pressure nipple or a dedicated nipple to put the fuel line on. You just push it in to a hole, and I don't like that. It's leaky, and yeah, I just don't like it. So you know, it's definitely something I would consider if this side conversion works well. And it will vent. There's actually a hole in the chassis, the plastic side skirt of the chassis, to vent the exhaust, to put the stinger through. So it's actually looks like it's quite a straightforward conversion. Okay, so it's just so close, so close. Got to keep going a little bit, I think. Okay guys, so this is going to be the setup now. I've put the header on, so this is now straight side exhaust. The stinger comes out below here. There's just about enough room Also, there was a slight issue with the carb hitting the trans there, but it's actually fine now. It opens full and retracts, no problem. I still need to fettle a little bit with the mount to drop that engine in very smoothly, but this is all connected up exhaust wise. Obviously the breather will come through here. I've got new lines, so that'll be fine. So that's the mock-up, just a little bit of extra stuff to do, but that's it. Just really needs bolting up now. The link needs to be the links need to be adjusted. That's going to have to be a tad bit longer by the looks of it, but that's not a problem. Can adjust that, no worries, and that'll be it. Anyway guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll do a little bit more work for this, and then hopefully soon you'll all get to see it to rip, and me and Jay are going to do some footage together to see whose is the quickest, you know, as it was a joint sort of project, international project. Thank you for this little midweek nugget. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed already, please consider doing so, because if you like nitro content or RC content, you know, subscribe and I'll bring you a lot more. Please comment on what you think about the truck or any ideas, share, ring the bell, and most of all, just enjoy the hobby, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next one. Joe Nitro out.